how to combine those best of those worlds and making sure that our roots are nourished, to make sure that our branches are strong, healthy, and can reach wider. And that comes with the question, so how do we manage those dual identities, or more than dual, and ensure that we are not lost? Hello and welcome to Brilliance Unleashed, where we today delve into the life of living across borders. Well, not just geographically, but emotionally and culturally. My name is Anna, and I'm here to share my journey and insights of thriving while balancing life between two worlds. So, I guess this episode is especially important for people who are living the life of expats who've been traveling across the globe and you do have your own probably thoughts on that and feelings, but I would like to share with you mine and maybe start a discussion because maybe many of you feel completely different. I'm really curious about that. Because my question is for today, have you ever felt like you're part of two worlds, yet sometimes belong fully to neither, right? So today I want to explore the richness and complexity of being someone who plants the roots in one soil but grows branches far into another, or maybe even more. So, how do you maintain your identity when part of you is stretched across continents, across countries? And why I'm recording that episode? Because I've decided to live in a hybrid way. So, uh, I'm taking the best out of two worlds, Poland, where I'm coming from, and the Netherlands, where I've been for the last 13 years. And I designed my business to live in a hybrid way. And I'm just at the beginning of the journey, and I'm super excited. Yet, those questions about belonging, about so where is my home? Or just feeling that I, yeah, don't belong neither to the Netherlands, neither to Poland. So I wanted to discuss and just dive into the concept of that root and branches, how I feel. And let me introduce you that concept to you. So, roots and branches. So, it is a metaphor for a connection to our origin and the lands we later adopt. So, my roots lie deep in the Poland. And with, of course, they're full with traditions, memories, and bonds that shape my early and not only early years. Yet my branches have became wide and wider in the Netherlands, adapting to new customs, forming new relationships, and embracing new challenges. This duality of existence is dense of complexity and beauty, requiring resilience and flexibility for sure. And living between two cultures means constantly navigating a spectrum of emotions. It's nostalgia and longing for what was, to excitement and joy of the what the new experiences are. Involves continuous process of negotiations with myself about identity, values, and where home really is. So for those who live this life, embracing, I think, ambiguity becomes second nature, and finding stability in our internal sense of self. Well, I guess it's a key. And so recently, one of my clients who've been living in so many countries, which is fascinating, he said that he felt like a chameleon. With that adaptability, possibility to change its nature, which kind of cause a little bit of a challenge of believing and feeling who he really is, of being a little bit further from his core. And that comes with the question, so how do we manage those dual identities, or more than dual, and ensure that we are not lost? So, first, I think we must ground ourselves in practices that connect us to our roots, like language, food, music. And these are the mere acts of remembrance, but active engagements with one core identity. Second, by branching out confidently, taking what we've learned from our cultures to enrich our interactions in new environment. And finally, by cultivating a community that respects and understands our hybrid nature, a network of fellow travelers and locals who become part of our extended global family. So I think that it is, from my perspective and from my uh, experience, is uh, how to combine those best of those worlds, and making sure that our roots are nourished, to make sure that our branches are strong, healthy, and can reach wider. That why it's so important for me to be connected with where my roots are, with my family, with my friends, and friends who know me very long time, who've seen or experienced my growth, and also how I become the person I am today. And it's so important to have, because they are also that connection to that roots, to who I was before my branches become wider, because became uh yeah, full of other experiences. Mm, and I think that it's important to know your roots and to connect with your roots, yet really embrace that expanding your branches. Um, I think that it's the key. The key, it is balancing. Maybe it's not the best word, but I think that maybe putting that together, or having the ability to connect those two, right? So it is about knowing and being cautious about it, cautious and conscious about those two aspects. And it is important to have those roots with those branches, with that fresh perspective of our new environments. And I think that it's important to ground ourselves in practices that yeah, how we connect to our roots, right? Mm, and it can be, in my case, it is about, of course, language. It is about friends. It is about some cultural aspects, like movies, music, right? Also food, as I mentioned before. So these elements are not, well, act of remembrance, but active engagements with identity, keeping us connected to where we've come from. And embracing a hybrid lifestyle allows me to take the best from both worlds, right? That means that nurturing that deep relationship and values I grew up with, those friends and family members who know my whole story, um, and have shaped the person I am today. And my roots in Poland are not just only memories, but they're living parts of my daily life, manifesting in values I hold dear and continuously seek to uphold and evolve. And I can, it's very interesting realization for me recently, when I'm living and coming back more to Poland and staying with my family and recreating the relationships that we have, because I see how much of the values of my parents, of the family, of the friendships that I created when I was a young person, how much of that I'm really truly carrying in today lives. That's absolutely amazing, and to wonderful to see where they're coming from. Uh, and how I'm also adapting them into that multicultural environment. And I think that enriches my interactions so with my new environment. So my roots are absolutely crucial to make those new connections, interactions with the new environment, but also that new environment has a huge impact on my roots and on the place where I'm coming from. Uh, so whether it is integrating a piece of Netherlands work ethics or its approach to community and leisure, I blend these insights into my personal and professional life, creating a richer, more comprehensive world view. And definitely coming from the Netherlands, this practical approach that not necessarily being so overly emotional and taking everything so personal allows me to be just way more grounded in Poland and sane, I would say. Mm, but I am respectful to my roots, and I think that I am having a wider range of emotions, of perspectives, of course views and perspective because of that. And I like to look at it as absolutely extra advantage, and if used wisely. And I'm absolutely yeah, amazed how it shaped me and how I can find myself in those two both worlds, and at the same time I don't feel at home uh, in Poland, but I also don't feel like at home in the Netherlands. And now I'm okay with that because I realize I truly belong to myself. So I know who I am. This self-awareness allow me to ground myself with who I am and feel grounded, feel safe, feel like at home wherever I go. And I really embrace that belonging aspect to myself whenever I'm traveling. So if I'm in the Netherlands, I feel like home today. If I'm in Poland, I feel like I'm at home. And because I'm at home with myself, my home is me, and this is what I truly belong. So um, it is this belonging to myself and bringing the best of two worlds. It's ravel it's in the richness of both words, right? It's for me it is absolutely something amazing, and I love it, and I'm glad I had that opportunity to live in those two worlds that shape me for who I am. And I think that I am quite a great human being. And definitely I do impact the world in the way that I've never imagined it would be possible. So I wanted to say thank you, my audience, for hearing that, for listening, for being in my world and allowing me to speak to you. Uh, and I'm curious, I would love to hear from you. How do you balance your roots and branches? What has been the greatest challenge and joys in the living between two countries? So please share your stories, tips, maybe you have some tips how to feel at home. Maybe your experience is completely different, and it would be wonderful to hear. Mm, so if you find a piece of your story in mind, share this episode with others who might be navigating their bicultural journeys, and subscribe for more discussions that bridge worlds and expand perspectives, where we focus on lead, grow, and inspire. So thank you for joining me in Brilliance Unleashed. And until next time, keep nurturing your roots, extend your branches, and create your unique life no matter where you are. So tap into your brilliance. So stay bold and stay brilliant.